Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ringside Cinema. I am Money Mike, and today I'm going to be making my official Raw on Netflix predictions for Monday's show because, ladies and gentlemen, it is finally here. The streaming era of professional wrestling is upon us. I talked about that in my latest video with AEW going on Max and WWE officially on Netflix as of Monday. You can check this video out here. Now, the WWE is treating this like a PLE, so I'm making predictions for this show that I will also be live streaming. I will be here live streaming at 7 o'clock on Monday night, 1 hour before the official start of Raw on Netflix, and I will be talking all the action, what may happen, what might happen. So hit that like and subscribe button today. But before we get into my predictions, I am recording this immediately after SmackDown, which means check your watches, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tiffy time. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new women's champion. It was Nia Jax and Naomi one-on-one, and it was a great match. These two had such good chemistry. These two worked together so well, and it was such a great match. I really enjoyed it. I think Nia Jax, since she's been back, I think this is her best run in the WWE that she's had. Naomi, obviously, we all know about Naomi. She's a former women's champion in her own right. But these two had a great match. Fans were really into it. Tiffany Stratton came out, faked a cash-in attempt, and hit Naomi with the briefcase to cost Naomi the match. Nia Jackson hit the Annihilator. 1, 2, 3. And everything seemed all well and done. Like, Tiffy was friends with Nia and Candice still. And then Tiffany Stratton cashed in her briefcase and hit the prettiest moonsault. 1, 2, 3. And a new women's champion was crowned tonight. No more fake cash-ins. It really happened. So now both Money in the Bank contracts are gone and they're done. Now we can move on to Money in the Bank 2025 and who may win those much later down the road. But let's talk about who's going to win on Monday night. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start with the man whose shirt I am wearing. Yeet! Jey Uso takes on Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre has been on a rampage, going after anybody who's been helping Roman Reigns. In fact, he even showed up on SmackDown tonight to give Cody Rhodes a warning. You know, it's almost as if Drew saw my other video I made earlier this week when I talked about the possibility of Drew McIntyre potentially taking on Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Because Cody Rhodes has helped the Bloodline, has helped Roman Reigns. So Drew McIntyre would have every reason to go after Cody Rhodes. But Jey Uso, Monday night, we saw Drew McIntyre get involved in the six-man tag, cost the Bloodline the match, and yeah, I think this is going to build up Drew McIntyre. Unfortunately, I would like to see Jey win, but Drew McIntyre is going to get the win here. It's building obviously up to, that point of Drew versus Roman. When that is going to take place, who knows? Could it be WrestleMania if The Rock isn't there to face Roman? Maybe. But we'll see. But yeah, Drew McIntyre wins here as his quest to take out everyone affiliated with Roman Reigns continues on Netflix. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, the never-ending feud between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley will hopefully finally come to an end. Like, this whole Judgment Day thing needs to end. It's 2025. We're done with it as fans. We were done with it back in 2024. We're done with it now in 2025. Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, last women standing. I'm just gonna say it. I think Rhea Ripley gets the title here. I think now we can kind of move on to Rhea versus maybe Io Sky, who might win the women, who I think could win the Women's Royal Rumble. I think she's probably the favorite at this point, unless she wins the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Then we got Tribal Combat. Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa. The winner will be the real Tribal Chief. In which, by the way, I acknowledge Roman Reigns as my Tribal Chief. Please don't send Jacob to hurt me, Solo, please. Tonight on SmackDown was very interesting because Solo had a segment with Paul Heyman where Solo basically said he asked a favor of Paul Heyman. Heyman said, what was it? And Solo wanted Heyman to hold the Ulafala during the match, which was interesting. And Heyman basically cut a promo, putting over the new bloodline. And Solo said he wants him to acknowledge that after he beats Roman, he wants Paul Heyman to be his wise man, to be his, to, put the Ulafala around his neck. Which could be a tease? Are they teasing a Paul Heyman heel turn here? Is he going to align with Solo? No. So, yeah, they're going to do all these teases, but yeah, Roman Reigns, I think, again, I think just similar to Rhea and Liv Morgan, I think this is going to put an end to this whole Roman Solo, the bloodline stuff, because Roman Reigns obviously has bigger fish to fry in Drew McIntyre at some point in 2025, and potentially even bigger fish to fry in the final boss if The Rock shows up, which I do want to talk about a little bit here, because what is very interesting to me is you would think with Roman Reigns, this would be the main event of the show, but the WWE has advertised and has said on TV that CM Punk and Seth Rollins is the main event. So does this mean that we're not getting The Rock on Monday? Because obviously they're showing him in the advertisements before, for Raw on Netflix, that The Rock is in these advertisements for the first Raw on Netflix. And yeah, I mean, this could be a surprise thing. Obviously, they don't want to announce it. They want to keep it a surprise. But I feel like if The Rock was really going to come, maybe this Roman and Solo would be the main event, which would then mean Rock would then cost CM Punk another main event. But yeah, do you think The Rock is going to show up on Monday night? Comment below. Do you think just because, Roman and Solo isn't the main event that Rock doesn't show up? Could we still get Rock and Roman? Comment below. Either way, I think Roman Reigns is officially the Tribal Chief, and we move on from that. Now, I do want to say this here before we get to CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. It looks like, at least from what we saw on Raw this past Monday, was Rey Mysterio and an unknown partner will be teaming with, Rey will be teaming with an unknown partner against the New Day. Now, they haven't announced the partner. I think most assume that it's going to be a member of the LWO, but also could be this man right here. WWE has been running teasers for what is now, I guess, based on the drawing, the latest vignette that the WWE has run of Penta coming to the WWE. The former AEW Tag Team Champion seems to be set to be making his debut on Raw. And yes, look, it's a meme of Triple H pairing all the Latinos together. I know, look, I get it. but this would not be the best way to debut Penta because the New Day just turned heel. They need to win, so it wouldn't make sense to have them lose in their first match since turning heel. So I feel like you could have Ray and another LWO member lose, but when the New Day start to beat up Ray, maybe Xavier threatens to take the mask off again, Penta makes the save, but he's not an official member of the LWO, but he just saves Rey Mysterio from a beatdown from the New Day. It is announced, but when I looked at WWE.com, it wasn't on there as an official match for Raw. But yeah, I'm going to make a prediction anyway. I think the New Day win here, and then Penta will show up to help save Rey Mysterio from a beatdown. The war of words, the time for talking is over. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, a WrestleMania main event, potentially a WrestleMania preview. Could this be not the only time these two meet this year? CM Punk, Seth Rollins, to me, I think CM Punk is going to win this match. You know, I think CM Punk right now, I would say he's a favorite to win the Royal Rumble. I put him up there in the category with Io Sky. It's probably the favorite to win the Rumble at this point, even though you could throw in John Cena in there, who is going to be on Raw on Monday. But again, I think CM Punk here is going to win. He is going to get a lot of momentum. I think Punk and Rollins are going to just tear the house down. And yeah, Punk wins, and maybe we get a tease of Punk versus Gunther, which might happen at the Royal Rumble. So maybe Punk doesn't win the Royal Rumble at all. John Cena also going to be on Raw. Logan Paul is going to be back on Raw. And yeah, I imagine John Cena will just announce that he's going to be in the Royal Rumble. I don't know if he's going to have an impromptu match. But yeah, John Cena's probably going to be there. He'll probably have a confrontation, maybe with Gunther, to tease John Cena winning his world title. His 17th world title. So we'll see if that happens. Those are my official predictions for the first Raw on Netflix. Again, I will be live streaming here on Monday night beginning at 7 o'clock before Raw goes on the air because so much to talk about leading up to that first Raw on Netflix. Ladies and gentlemen, comment below. Let me know who you think will win on Monday night, and what did you think of Tiffany Stratton cashing in her Money in the Bank contract on Nia Jax? Comment below. And as always, I've been your host, Money Mike, and you've been watching Ringside Cinema.
Ringside Cinema, where the battles roar. Ringside Cinema, legends at the core. Tune in, feel the rush. Wrestling meets the screen. Ringside Cinema, living out the dream. Living out the dream. Living out the dream. Lights down, time to go. Cheers for heroes we know. Ringside forever. Oh. Wrestling